Hello. And welcome back to the Umbrella Academy. In this lecture, we will discuss conformational analysis of monosubstituted cyclohexanes. Consider this chair form of cyclohexane with a substituent X on axial position. In our previous lecture on ring flipping, we have understood that, upon ring flipping, the up carbons go down and down carbons go up. Axial changes into equatorial and vice versa. Thus, ring flipping changes this substituent to equatorial position. Consider this cyclohexane. Having methyl substituent on beta position, which means on wedges. Let us number the ring to keep track of carbons. I can draw the chair form and number the carbons as in planar form. The methyl substituent on C1 has to be axial, which is the beta position. The methyl arranges its 3 hydrogens so that 2 are pointing away from ring and only 1 positions onto the ring. C3 and C5 are up carbons, and have their axial hydrogens pointing up. If we look through C2-C1 bond, and draw the Newman projection, we see the carbon 2 on front, which is denoted here as yellow dot. The back carbon 1 is drawn as red circle. C2-C3 bond on front, points towards left. On the back carbon C1, we see C1-C7 methyl pointing up. The dihedral angle between C3, C2, C1, C7 is 60 degrees. We have seen in our lecture on conformations of butane, that this is butane-gauche conformation. Thus, hydrogens on C3 interact with hydrogens on C7. Likewise, if we look through C6, C1, we can draw the Newman projection. The front carbon is drawn as green dot and back carbon as red circle. C6 is connected to C5, which is pointing left. C1 is connected to C7 methyl. The dihedral angle between C5, C6, C1, C7 is 60 degrees. Hence, this is also gauche butane unit. So that axial hydrogen at C5 interact with hydrogen of the axial C7 methyl group. Thus, for C1 axial methyl, we can write the extra annular gauche butane units as 7123. 7165. And we know, each gauche butane unit amounts to 0.9 kilocalories per mole energy. Thus, axial hydrogens at C3 and C5 clash with hydrogen of axial methyl group. Upon ring flipping, the up carbons become down and down carbons become up. The axial up methyl becomes equatorial up. The earlier gauche butane units, 7123 and 7165, are now anti-butane units in flipped chair with methyl on equatorial. And we know that anti-butane corresponds to 0 kilocalories per mole. The total expected energy value for 2 extra annular gauche butane units is 1.8 kilocalories per mole. The actual energy difference of the conformations is calculated by the Gibbs free energy formula. Delta G equal to minus R T ln of K, where K is equilibrium constant for axial equatorial conformational equilibrium. For a 50:50 mixture, which means K equals 1, the energy difference would be 0. For methyl cyclohexane, at room temperature, 298 Kelvin, the ratio of equatorial to axial has been found to be 95:5. This means the conformational equilibrium sign should be favoring equatorial. And this difference in population of conformers translates to an energy difference of 1.74 kilocalories per mole. In other words, the equatorial conformer of methylcyclohexane is more stable than axial conformer by 1.74 kilocalories per mole. Since there are two gauche-butane interactions, that means each gauche-butane unit raises the energy by 0.87 kilocalories per mole. Now the question arises that, if methyl group leads to an energy difference of 1.74 kilocalories per mole, then what effect would an ethyl group have? Or chlorine, or hydroxyl group or tertiary butyl group? This energy difference between equatorial and axial conformer has become known as Winstein-Holness A values for substituted cyclohexanes. These A values are a numerical way of rating the bulkiness of substituents on a cyclohexane ring. The A values represents the difference in energy, in kcal per mole, between the cyclohexane conformation bearing the group in the equatorial position, which of course is more favored, and the cyclohexane conformation bearing the group in the axial position. The greater the A value, the higher the energetic preference for the equatorial position and the more bulky the group is considered. The energy, enthalpy or potential energy or free energy, of a given conformational isomer over and above that of the conformational isomer of minimum energy is called conformational energy. Here is a table, listing the conformational free energies or A values, of the various substituent groups on axial position compared to equatorial position. We have discussed the effect of axial methyl group having corresponding A value of 1.74. For ethyl group, the value is not much different. This is because ethyl group has only one hydrogen onto the cyclohexane chair just like methyl group, which interacts with the axial hydrogens at C3 and C5. Ring flipping puts the ethyl on more stable equatorial position. In the axial position, the ethyl group can rotate such that the CH3 points away from the ring, where it does not lead to any significant increase in strain. Thus, for ethyl group, the A value is 1.79, almost same as for methyl group, and equatorial to axial ratio is 95:5, same as for methyl group. For isopropyl, the energy difference is 2.21 kilocalories per mole. Even though isopropyl is significantly larger than methyl, the A value is only slightly larger. This is because only the CH bond points towards the inside of ring and both the methyl groups point away from the ring. This energy difference corresponds to the ratio of 97:3 for equatorial to axial. For tertiary butyl group, the energy difference is around 5 kilocalories per mole. This is because, even though two methyl groups point away from ring, the third one has no option but to point onto the ring. So that, there is no way to avoid the CH3 diaxial interaction with axial hydrogens at C3 and C5. This energy difference corresponds to the ratio of 99.97 to 0.03 for equatorial to axial. Thus, equilibrium favors the equatorial conformer so much that the tertiary butyl group is effectively locked in the equatorial position. For hydroxyl group, it is not unreasonable to think that the OH group might be bulkier than carbon, and we might expect a larger A value, because oxygen has a larger atomic number than carbon. However, when you think about it, the source of strain in case of methyl and other alkyl groups is not carbon itself, but the CH bonds which bump into the axial CH bonds on C3 and C5 of cyclohexane chair. Alternatively, the OH bond can rotate and point away from the interior of the ring, such that lone pairs are pointed onto the ring and there is very little interaction with the axial CH bonds. Thus OH has significantly smaller A value than CH3. And this energy difference corresponds to the ratio of 82:18 for equatorial to axial hydroxyl group. In the halogen series, the size of fluorine being least, the conformational free energy value is also least. For chlorine, bromine and iodine, the conformational free energy values are almost equal. This is due to the fact that, as the size of the halogen atom increases, the bond length also increases. This increases the distance of halogen atom from axial hydrogens at C3 and C5. Thus, there is a compromise between size of halogen atoms versus bond distance, which minimizes diaxial interaction, as was expected to increase with increase in size. In case of axial phenyl ring, the ortho hydrogens should clash with axial hydrogens at C3 and C5. Thus, a larger A value is expected for axial phenyl. However, the phenyl ring and other sp2 hybridized groups orient themselves so as to confront the ring with their flat sides. In other words, the plane of the phenyl is perpendicular or nearly perpendicular to the bisector plane of the cyclohexane ring. Thus, ortho hydrogens are moved away to reduce the steric clash with axial groups at C3 and C5. Thus, phenyl being a larger molecule has an A value of only 2.87 kilocalories per mole. Upon ring flipping, the equatorial phenyl is most stable in the bisector plane of the cyclohexane chair, where the unfavorable ortho H and equatorial H interaction is avoided. If you don't want to miss out important lectures, then subscribe and press bell icon for notifications of new lecture uploads.